dear friends, and welcome to the Right Away Afterparty. I'm Nic.
And I'm Cath.
And today we have a guest.
And today, yes, we do. And welcome Josh Cave to the Right Away Afterparty. Josh Cave is a songwriter, composer, lyricist, and all of those things. Welcome, Josh.
I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you.
Yes.
We are very excited and above everything else, I think, curious because I have never spoken to a songwriter before, and we want to know all about what it's like and where it comes from and what the process is.
Yeah.
I think the process is really personal to every individual, and everybody has their own thing. I can tell you what it's like for me. I'm happy to talk about it.
Yes.
I'm really passionate about it.
Oh, I love passion.
Because the secret about Josh is that he grew up, his dad was in the music industry. So from a very young age, Josh had access to all kinds of things.
I did. In the late 1970s, I had a pretty decent hi-fi stereo in my bedroom when I was like 4 years old.
I'm jealous.
My dad would bring home music from the radio station, and I got hooked on the Beatles at a very early age, and that has shaped a lot of my journey and still informs a lot of my writing today.
Wow, that's awesome. I love that. So when you go to write a song, do you start with melody, tone? Are you starting with like what kind of mood you want to present? What is it that you're starting
That's
with?
the question. That's always the first question. And again, it's different for everybody. For me, I'm in a certain state of mind when a song comes to me, and the lyrics and the melody usually just magically kind of match because I'm in a state of mind that they both sort of work with.
Okay.
So I'll have an idea for a song, and when I've got an idea for a song, I'll think about some of the things that I've been playing on the guitar recently. If I've got just a chord, a progression that I don't know what to do with, I'll stick it in my back pocket, and I'll have a couple of those kind of at the ready. And if an idea for a song comes to me, I'll find one of those that I've been noodling around with and see if they marry together. And usually, like I said, just because of the state of mind that I'm in, everything sort of comes together at the same time.
Do you ever find that maybe you're driving and you think of the lyrics for a song, or you're in the middle of work doing your day job and something comes to you and you have to write it down, otherwise it'll escape?
I love that question. It's happened twice.
Oh.
Once I was moving. I've lived in New York for a few years, and I thought, well, all the great songwriters have a New York song. I want to have a song that's about being excited to live in New York. And it never came to me until I was moving out of New York. And the song ended up being how good it is to get the heck out of New York and get back to the country. And so I was writing it in my head on the way home, and I would fill up my brain as much as I could hold, and I couldn't hold anymore. And I would pull over and scribble it down on a napkin just to get it out of my head and get back on the road. And I stopped 5 or 6 times on the way home that day. Oh, wow. It happened again on the way to a friend's funeral many, many years later, where I'm on the road. I'm driving for 3 or 4 hours, and sometimes it just hits and it flows and a song is done.
And was the song about your friend?
It was.
Yeah. Well,
moving.
Did you end up finishing that song for your friend?
I sort of. It ended up. I tried to set it to music. The words came, and I tried to set it to music, but it ended up being more like a children's book.
Okay.
So the final form is just a spoken word thing on that one.
Oh wow. Oh, okay. Well, that just opened a doorway I wasn't expecting to go into.
Okay.
Do you write children's books, or you just write songs?
I've not on purpose, accidentally. A couple of my songs have sort of just leaned in that direction.
Yeah.
They're not for child audiences. They've got some adult themes, but the cadence and the rhyme pattern is very Seussian.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Ooh, that might be open mic night stuff.
Yeah, I've shared them at open mic, and they typically go over pretty well.
So so when you are, because I know with novel writing, like it's about beats and rhythm and flow, and there's so much about like songwriting that kind of inspires me when I write a novel, because you always kind of want that melody on the page as well. Right. But for songwriting, how do you keep your theme like throughout? Like, do you cherry pick your words? Do you just allow them to flow?
I spend a lot of time on the words. For me, at the beginning, it's all about flow, getting an idea on the page, getting the basic structure down, establishing a rhythm, a rhyme pattern, a chord progression on the guitar. And then at some point in the process, it changes from creative flow to more of craftsmanship. And the idea is there, and then you just craft and hone and replace a line at a time and try to improve it. So I love how, for me, the process changes in that way. It's part art and part like puzzle solving almost.
Puzzle solving. And talking about puzzles, you introduced me to something that I never really knew. Even though I studied music for 10 years, I guess I was doing something different. I wasn't paying attention, obviously. You talked to me about minor keys.
Yes.
And how minor keys influence the cadence of the music and also the story.
It's kind of, I feel like it's kind of a cheat code for musicians, because I can rely heavily on a minor chord to set the mood without having to do it with words at all. I mean, I can set the pace, I can set the mood, I can build chords up, I can drop them down, and there's a lot that I can do to shape emotion before the words even get into it. But at its basic level, a minor
it's
key.
It's almost like foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I love it.
So this is a major A chord. And that note right there is the note that makes it major. And if you take that note and you flatten it to there, it's just a different feeling. So minor chords are darker, they're sadder. I feel like they just invite empathy. When I write a story about somebody, I really want you to feel this person's struggle. A minor key to me will just, I hope it works for my listener, but for me, it certainly draws me as a listener to my own song in, and it helps me to have deeper feelings for the person, whoever's.
And you learned from the greats. You learned from the Beatles. We were talking the other day about Eleanor Rigby.
Yeah.
That very sad little song.
Right. Yeah. And I loved all that stuff at a very early age. And what I love about it is it's all bite-sized stories. They're just little snapshots. I mean, you don't get Eleanor Rigby's life story. You get a snapshot of her and Father Mackenzie on the day of her funeral, or any of the other characters that come in and out of Beatles songs. It's just a quick snapshot. And it's enough for a 4 or 5-year-old, maybe not to grasp all the way, but to understand that there's a story and a character there, and to already feel something for those people.
I love that.
So that's what hooked me on the Beatles early on. What was their ability to tell a story that's bite-sized, to give this glimpse, to this snapshot into a character's life, even if it's a fictional character. And again, that changed from major to minor, and that's something I picked up on pretty early as well, is how the mood changes and how the story changes just based on the chords underneath the words.
I love that. I'm thinking that, like, when we're talking about the minor chords, and I'm thinking about, like, when I write my novels, like, the minor chords is kind of like the setting. Like, you create the setting, you create the mood, and then the characters kind of blend in with that. And like maybe that's kind of like what it's like. Like, the minor chords are kind of like the setting, and then the major chords are kind of like the characters. That's kind of fun. I love that.
Okay, that's cool. I love that.
That's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
Now, we have this really tricky question that we want to sort of bat around. And it was actually a question you brought up, Josh, and I thought it was a brilliant question. Do you need a traumatic past to write about pain authentically?
I asked that question because I don't know the answer. A lot of my favorite songwriters had incredibly traumatic pasts, and they write from that experience. And again, it is so powerful. And I've been sort of darkly jealous in a way of people in that position, that they've got that experience to draw from and to create something beautiful from. And I had a very charmed childhood. I had a wonderful upbringing, and I don't really have any sort of trauma to draw from. And so sometimes I wonder if I have the right to tell some of the stories that I tell.
You do.
I mean, all we can do is,
I think so.
Speak from our own experience.
Exactly. And I think as writers, our task, our job is to observe life. Perhaps the people who go through the trauma can't actually put into words what they're feeling, but as an observer, as a writer, you can observe and look for the nuances and bring those minor keys into play.
Yes.
Where they might have written something very scratchy.
Yeah, and they might have not have been able to express it the way you would be able to express it as an observer, as kind of like just if you're just kind of like on the fray, you're not really in it, but you're on the fray. And I feel like I feel like from just talking to you that you have this empathy and that you would be able to take on a story like that and give it great service. And I think you would honor a lot of songs that way. I think it would be really amazing to see you dig into something like that and take on someone's trauma and be able to tell it in such a way that they would be able to feel it almost back at them in a healing way.
I've done that before as well, and it was so moving and heartbreaking. I had a friend who lost a child, and I didn't know how to handle that. And songwriting is how I process things. It's how I take my feelings and put them in a place, and I wrote a song about that experience, and I wrote it from her point of view, and the whole thing is basically made up of things that she said as she was going through it.
Wow.
And so there were things that she said that she probably didn't realize were as profound as they were in the moment. But I think you're exactly right. Being able to take a lot of those feelings that she had and package them up and show them back to her.
Exactly. And yes. I believe the word is amanuensis.
Oh, I don't know that one. I like it though.
Amanuensis is the person who sits and records and writes down.
I was gonna say he plays a witness, like you're the witness.
Well, yes, exactly. And you write it down because we forget in the moments of big emotion, we forget those things. What a service you did for her.
Yes.
Oh,
I hope so.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. I didn't do it, to be quite honest, I didn't do it for her benefit. I did it for my own. It's what I needed to do to process my own part in it.
Because it was a shared experience. I mean, even though it didn't happen to you, it happened to someone you care about, and
very much so.
Yeah.
And if you had met the child, then that that also was your shared experience too, for sure. Right.
I mean, I think it's writers. We've run out of time.
I know we ran out of time.
No. That's how fast time flies at the Right Away After Party.
Oh my gosh, I love this. This was really amazing. Songwriting is so much similar to being a novelist. I mean,
more so than I would have thought before I started preparing for this. Absolutely.
I mean, we're really vessels, as a writer. We just take on characters, and I mean, they're not necessarily our characters. They just kind of come to us, and it's our duty and our honor to carry them through.
I got thoughts about that too for next time.
Lovely.
We definitely have to have you back for sure.
Great.
So, Josh, Nic has a series of rapid fire questions. Are you ready for this?
Shoot.
Okay. All right. Here we go. So
you can always pass.
Yes. Okay. I mean, I think they'll apply. Okay. So where is your favorite place to write?
It hits at such unpredictable times. If possible, if I'm at home with my dog and things are quiet, that's where if I feel safe and relaxed, that's the best place for me.
Oh, I love that answer. Great answer. Pen or pencil?
Keyboard.
Keyboard.
Oh, yeah, pencil. I'll say pencil.
Okay. Do you write every day, most days, or sporadically?
Sporadically. I'm not a prolific songwriter like Prince. That's one way to do it. I write just a handful of songs a year, and I really pour myself into them. I take my time with each one.
I love that. Okay. So if you were an ice cream, what flavor would you be?
Vanilla. Simple. Classic.
Yay for the vanilla people.
That's our first vanilla ever. Okay. Yeah. Rainy or sunny?
I like rainy.
Okay. Beach or mountains?
Mountains, 100%.
This is going to be an easy one. Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Cletus, where are you?
He took a hike.
So if you could meet someone from your personal or historical past, who would that be?
Anybody?
Yeah, anybody.
Oh, wow. That's a big question. I'm going to pass. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
That deserves more thought than I have time for right now.
Okay. Well, we'll have to circle back and figure out what that was. Well, thank you so much for being on the program. It's been such a delight. I've never spoken to a songwriter before. This is my first time. So thank you. It was just fascinating how all writers kind of seem like they're very similar in their process.
I wish we had more time, but yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you guys so much.
Do you call yourself a songwriter, composer, lyricist, or all of those three? Because you do the music and the songs.
I think songwriter is the most appropriate. That's what really wraps it all up for me.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, we've loved it, Josh. Well, looking forward to hearing more of your songs. And thank you so much for being with us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Such a pleasure.
Yeah. All right, writer friends, like and subscribe our channel. It's been such a pleasure.